Hey everybody, today I'm going to do my full review of the brand new Milwaukee M12 Fuel brushless hacksaw. This is the newest tool in the M12 lineup, and it has an extreme amount of power and speed, especially when you consider its size. I cut through a lot of different materials and I was able to videotape those for you guys, as well as an unboxing portion so you can see what comes in the combo pack. The combo pack that I got was model 2520-21XC. That comes with a battery, the tool, a sample blade, the charger, and a protective tool bag. If you already have that other stuff and you just want the M12 Fuel hacksaw itself, then you want model 2520-20. So sit back, watch what comes in the case, as well as all those clips of this in action. To open this up, basically it's just a cardboard box. Open the end, and inside you'll see the protective tool bag, and that has the entire kit inside of it. So just discard the box. The bag will unzip like any tool bag. This one's nice. It says Milwaukee on the side and also M12 Fuel. That is actually on both sides, and there are little storage pouches on the outside, the sides and the ends, it appears. So we'll just unzip this all the way, and inside of here we have their standard M18 and M12 Fuel and other tool lineups that show you the other tools available in the other tool lines. So, you know, if you're looking at other things, this will give you a nice breakdown of everything. We have two operators manuals, so one for the hacksaw itself and then one for the battery and the charger. So inside of this pack we have the tool itself, and it's really a beefy little thing. It does not have an adjustable shoe, however it does have a twist quick release quick lock on it to remove blades. It's a toolless blade change. There's a button on the side that locks and unlocks the trigger, and then the fuel gauge, of course, with the M12 series tools. Inside they also give you one blade, I guess it's like a sample, and we have the 4.0 amp hour battery. And with the M12 tools, the fuel gauge is not on the battery itself, it's actually on the tool. So we'll pop this in here, and comes half charged, which, because it's the lithium batteries, it's going to still have full power output from start to finish like any other tools. So aside from that, we have a little bit of cardboard to keep everything from banging around together, and then finally the charger itself. I probably won't be using this charger because I have the dual voltage one, but if you didn't already have the dual voltage one, this one would work fine. So now I'm going to go through a little bit of testing with this. It does have an LED light on the front, and it does stay on after the trigger is released. I would assume for about 10 seconds. That seemed to be pretty typical with Milwaukee tools. And I'm going to be cutting through a number of things now. I have some electrical conduit, some PVC pipe, and some just different metal and things like that. So I'll put those in the vise so you can see how good the fuel will work right out of the box before I charge the battery. Okay, the first step is going to be to insert the blade in the end of this. There's a little twist quick lock release system up here. You'll twist that clockwise and hold on to it. Stick the blade right in the end, and then release. Now it is ready to go. I'm going to cut through this 1-inch electrical EMT conduit, and you know, if you do this much, you normally have to use a hacksaw. It really takes a long time to cut through this, but we'll see how fast the Milwaukee M12 Fuel hacksaw will do this. So you see that was really fast, and just for comparison, I'll use the standard hacksaw now, and you can see how long it takes. So you can see why the M12 Fuel really will save you a lot of time if you're doing many of these cuts a day. Now is some standard 1/2 inch copper pipe. Next, I'm going to cut through a range of PVC pipes. This is a very small 1-inch PVC. This is 1.5-inch PVC. And this is 2-inch PVC. Next, I'm going to use a metal cutting blade to cut through some 3/8-inch diameter threaded rod. And I didn't press down on that because I didn't want the rod to bend, so I just let the weight of the tool press down, and then I just basically held it on the trigger. But it did cut right down through it, and this 3/8 rod did not bend at all. For maintenance workers or even homeowners, something that does come up are locks that you either lose the key to or they rust shut, and it really is hard to get them off in certain cases because they are hardened. And even with a good pair of bolt cutters, it can be very hard to cut these locks off. This is a master lock. I'm going to put this in the vise now, and then I'm going to see if the metal cutting blade will cut through the shank on this. So you can see it is a working master lock, and then I am going to close it, and then I'm going to put it in the vise, and we're going to see if we can cut that shank off of there. So here we go. In the vise it goes, and then crank that down real tight. Then I'll take the M12 fuel Hackzall and see if we can cut through that. So it did cut through it. It did take a little bit of effort, but that is a hardened piece of metal. So if you ever have a master lock that you lose the key to, or you really need to get off of something, the metal cutting blade will cut through it. So now you've seen for yourself just how powerful the Milwaukee M12 fuel Hackzall is. It was able to cut through a lot of different materials, and it did it very quickly and efficiently. And really, depending on what profession you're in, I'm sure you could find a use for this. It really is like a miniature Sawzall that you can use with one hand. The only complaints that I have with the tool is that it does not come with an adjustable shoe. If it came with an adjustable shoe, you know, it could expand out farther and it would allow you to use longer blades in different sections of those blades. So if you wore out the teeth down here and you had a longer blade on there, you could still use the teeth up a couple inches higher. And secondly, it doesn't have a belt clip. I would really like for it to have a belt clip, but I think that the reason one is not included or even an option for it is that if this was hanging down, that blade swinging around would most likely cut people's legs. So other than that, it has been a very, very good tool, and I think you can see with the video clips that it really does a good job. If you like this video, please click like. If you like my channel, please click subscribe, and thanks for watching.